sparkling gourami, or its scientific name, the Trichopus plumilli. It's on the screen. Probably butchered that. Also goes by the pygmy gourami as well. This is a freshwater fish found in slow-flowing rivers, ponds, and rice fields of Southeast Asia. Now, this species of gourami is mostly brown-bodied, but it does get these nice little sporadic spots of color of its body that typically come in shades of greens, blues, and grays. And they also get these cool orange and blue hues kind of to their finnage. They're only going to get a little over 1.5 inches and have a lifespan of about 5 years. Also a relatively peaceful fish. Since they are, of course, a member of the anabantoids, they do have that labyrinth organ, which will allow them to breathe oxygen directly from the air, versus our other fish, which have to oxygenate the water with their gills and all that lovely exchange system. So if you see them, going up to the top of your water, taking a gulp, don't freak out. They're not gasping for air. This is typical for fish that have that labyrinth organ. A lot of people will see their betas do that too, and it's nothing to worry about. Now, they aren't a schooling fish per se, but they are a community fish similar to things like the Amazon puffer, which do like to be in a group of the same species, but not necessarily a school. So if you want to keep these, you can do a group of 5. You might notice some aggression between the males. So you should probably have a ratio about 1 male to 4 or 5 females. You could do a solo one if you put some other things with it. They just don't want to be left alone. You might notice that it's going to, stress them out if they're just by themselves in a tank. So try and get them some type of tank mate that they can interact with. Now, typical tank conditions for these are going to be a pH range of between 6 and 8 and a temperature range of 70 to 80. Now, you can probably get away with a 10-gallon tank if you want to keep a group of 5. Again, keep that ratio 1 male to 4 females so that you can avoid the typical aggression you're going to see between the males. But a 20-gallon or a 15-gallon would be slightly larger, give you more room to plant it up and get them a little more room to get away from each other. So you could get it with a 10, but if you're new, I would say try and go with a 15 or 20 gallon for these guys. Now, as far as things that you can put with them, think things that are going to stay the same size. Your peaceful community fish. You're going to think things that aren't super fast flowing, like zebra danios or other fish that can be considered fin nippy, because a lot of these slower moving fish, if they get things in the tank that are too fast flowing and swimming for them, it can stress them out. It can, wear them down. And a lot of those fish are also going to be, fin nippers. So just keep an eye on those. Things like corridors, rasboras, autosynchlas, certain tetras, snails, and shrimp are pretty much typical good tank mates for these guys. You're going to want to avoid other labyrinth fish like the betas or certain other species of gouramis, because those can be, aggressive towards each other because they are similar species. So just stay away from things like that. Cory cats, ottos, rasboras, good tank mates for these. And also remember, this is completely fish dependent. Some fish are just going to be more aggressive and more jerkish. So if you have a gourami, you have a sparkling gourami, it could be the aggressor. You might need to just isolate it. If you notice your tank mates are being a little aggressive, you might have to pull them and put them in another tank. So just have a backup plan when dealing with things like this. They're omnivores, so basically whatever you put in the tank, they will eat. In nature, they're going to be eating things like insects that are going to be falling in or landing on the top of whatever type of waterway they're in. So if you want to, you could try something like a bug bite paired with a good flake food. That'll probably cover their diet range for you, and you should be okay there. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've kept the sparkling gourami. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.